All right. So, here I am sitting at home. Hopefully, I've got everything working right. Try to make sure that all my settings are correct. I'm sitting here at home on a Monday and I'm just kind of bored. I actually managed to get caught up. I've got a video posting tomorrow. I have another video that's finished up for in 2 days. And my video for Thursday is actually in process, and so I'm really excited about everything that's coming up. And I'm like, hey, my wife is actually out of the house for the evening, which means I'm just kind of sitting here going, all right, I could sit here and just really be bored, but yeah, why not? Figured we'd have a little bit of fun and log in. So wow, got a whole bunch of you coming on. I had no idea how many people would even be here. So it's good to see you. We've got, let's see, I've got 25 already and more coming in. So hello, Coaster Boy and Julia and Stone Dude and Andy the Fox Bunny and wow, that's a long name. Anna Lee, Aaron, Caleb, Michael. So don't really have any point of anything tonight. So can you see Sandy? She is way off at the other end of the house, but I might be able to get her a little bit later for you, Matt. So I know it's, for most people, it's shortly before school starts, so it's kind of a last week of goofing off. My wife's school actually starts on Monday, so she's starting all of her in-services and everything. And then our local school, they actually have their big back-to-school night on Thursday, and so everything's kind of getting ready to do that. So hi, Zinnia and Aaron and Bubble Tea and Melissa. So Zinnia, I know, is still trying to guess what my big announcement is going to be on Friday. And I'm not going to tell you yet, although I might drop some hints. Yes, I do have a huge announcement on Friday. Most of you know that we're going to Disney in October, so it is not Disney. I can tell you that. And it was a very sudden, unexpected thing, so I will probably tell that story in just a little bit. Heather starts pre-planning tomorrow. Yeah, actually, my wife's very first day of in-services is tomorrow morning. For those of you who aren't teachers, basically this is all the pre-time that the teachers have to go in and listen to meetings and sit through the same videos they've watched over and over and over for years and stuff like that. So really fun. Yeah, summer goes by really quick, especially when you're doing all sorts of stuff. But we are excited about the Disney trip. Thursday is actually Fast Pass booking day, so after Thursday, so by the time we get to the live stream on Friday, I should pretty much have my schedule set a lot more and know exactly what parks I will be at and when for the Disney trip. So if you were down in Florida and thinking about meeting up with us, I'll have a much better idea of what we'll be doing and when. It's going to be a very tight, packed trip with everything. Christian, what Six Flags is my favorite? Probably Six Flags over Texas. Although, honestly, that's tough. Excuse me a second. My leg was starting to fall asleep. I really enjoy Six Flags Great America, but the last time I was there was 2002, so it's been a long time. Six Flags Magic Mountain, I just love the collection of coasters. But for theming and everything, probably Six Flags over Texas. It has fantastic rides, still has a lot of the theming intact. We just had a ball when we were down there last year. So really, really like Six Flags over Texas. So, call me Andy, okay? Ride operator for Michigan Adventure. One of these days I will get up there. 2 years. What ride do you work on, Andy? I'd love to know. Coasters or what? Michigan Adventure is one of those parks I just have not been able to get to. Robert mentions Hershey Park. Awesome. Have fun there, Robert. That's another one I'd really like to get to and haven't been able to do it. Summer Online School. Yay! Let's see. Yeah, school September 6th. There's a lot of states that are trying to get back to the Labor Day weekend start, but a lot of them aren't there yet. Universal in October, so Coaster Boy a bit competitor for where I'm going. Am I excited for Smash Brothers Ultimate? I have not heard about Smash Brothers Ultimate. What game system is it on, Aaron? We only have an old Xbox, and we have a Wii. We don't have the new Nintendo system, so even if it's coming out with a new one, we probably can't play it. But we had a blast playing Smash Brothers. Family would all play it. Trevlin, I hope you had a good time at Silver Dollar City yesterday. On Sunday, don't know what the crowd's like. I bet it was hot, though. Do I have suggestions of things to do in Branson during Christmas time besides Silver Dollar City? There are several Christmas shows. Most of them will actually close up the week before Christmas, But the Hughes brothers put on a great Christmas show. The Sight and Sound Theater has a wonderful show as well. There's several indoor things that you can do. Fritz's Adventure will be open if you haven't done that. So there's a lot of things to do around Silver Dollar City, or around Branson. Check out shows and everything. Do I have a favorite character to do PhotoPass stuff when I was with Disney? With Nadine, I really enjoyed working with the villains and bad guys and people with attitudes. We didn't get to work with them as much, but they were fun. So Vidya, I only got to work with her like twice, which is Tink's friend, her obnoxious friend. But she was a blast. Cruella DeVille, I got to work with 2 or 3 times. Oh my goodness, hysterically fun. I loved working with Donald because he had an attitude. And so we had a lot of fun. Anybody who would kind of cause trouble and mischief. So the Chipmunks were a great one like that, too. So a specific favorite? No, but a lot of ones like that. See your review of Six Flags in Mexico. No, I'm actually not leaving the country, if that's what you're asking. Although that would be fun to get down there sometimes. Everything is better in Texas. I love the food. I don't like the weather. So, no, not everything. Let's see here. Wonder if SirWillow recognizes me, Michael Tarango. The name's familiar, but hey, saw your name. Let's see. What's my top fast pass in each park? It varies and it changes depending upon what's going on. I'm assuming you mean the Disney parks there, Melissa. Most of them are pretty obvious. Animal Kingdom is Flight of Passage. With Studios, right now it's Slinky Dog. That's the one most in demand. Over at Epcot, you're looking at Soaring or Frozen. Magic Kingdom is really kind of open and a toss-up until they eventually get Tron done, and then that'll be the big one there. So, let's see. Skip back down a little bit because I jumped up a little bit. Yeah, Sean, this was kind of a surprise. He's happy to catch the live stream. I was just honestly, I was sitting here going, okay, you know, I really want to do something different, and I could waste some time and play a video game. So, no, why not? Let's just talk to people. So, let me guess, save money by switching to Geico. Actually, I've been with Geico for years, so couldn't save too much money than I already did, Carl. Let's see. Still can make a meetup with people at Universal. Yeah, Blackjack's asking about making a meetup at Universal with people who watch. Sure, why not? I won't be there, but hey, why not? Any excuse to get together with people who have something in common. I will be doing a meetup in September at Silver Dollar City as well. I don't know an exact date or anything yet, but can I make postcards with pictures of my kitties? Matt is just totally obsessed with my cats. If you actually look online, Matt, you just look for some pictures of black cats, or I'm trying to remember what Sandy is called, but she's a gray striped thing. You can find all sorts of pictures of them that look just like my cats. So have I been to Six Flags Over Georgia for Imagination? The last time I was there was back in 2004 when we actually moved from California to Florida, and we stopped on the way. And so, yeah, long time ago, but yes, I have been there. I had a lot of fun at the park at the time. It was really funny because I can still remember we went on a Wednesday expecting it to be quiet, and there was something going on. There was just tons of people. It's the only time on that 2-week trip to go parks, and it was the only time we bought the quick lane, fast lane, whatever they called it at the time. I can't even remember. And it was a lifesaver that day. Let's see. Trying to skip down. Ever made it over to Farmington, Missouri? You know, I've actually driven by Farmington a couple times. I know the pastors there. I can't remember the name of them. But I do actually know a couple people in Farmington. So, surprise, surprise. Favorite Intamin? Whichever one I'm on that isn't breaking down. Let's see. If I'm doing Outside the Magic, is there anything secret in the book called Kingdom Keepers that's true? Absolutely not. Kingdom Keepers is a wonderful, wonderful fiction series. But as far as all the stuff running at night and those kinds of things, no, it's complete fiction. So I had fun reading it, got a good laugh out of it, but no, nothing real in it. Sorry. Hi, puppy lover. How do I restrain myself from correcting other guests when they're embarrassing wrong in a theme park? I don't always. Most of the time, it's the dirty looks from my family when they hear something and they just kind of look at me and go, okay, I'll be quiet because I don't want them to beat me. But there are definitely times when I still pop out and then just kind of go, oh, that was a mistake. Maturity, you'll learn. By the way, the camera I'm using looks good. It is my same little camera you stick on a computer. Boy, I just went totally blank there. I've got my lights set up, and the sun is down, so I'm not getting sunlight messing up with stuff. But it's just the lights, and I got them positioned right for once. But thank you, Blackjack. Haven't been to SDC lately. I was there at the beginning of July, and there's actually a video with my family where we went. So you can actually watch that, and we had a ton of fun. Typically with the train robbery, improved since June. Typically, your first month or two of robbing is a little rough as everybody's kind of getting back into the swing of things. And then come end of April through first part of June, everybody should be on. That should actually be your best time of robbing. And then they get the summer help in, which is college kids. So then from June, most of June and the first part of July, they're all learning their parts again. And then by end of July and through Moonlight Madness, everybody should be on and doing great. And then fall should be pretty good. Should be. I will be honest, there are a couple people on the train now that I don't think ever should have been on the train. I think they do lousy robberies. They don't have any sense of timing. And there's one person on the train that I helped train that 3 years later still doesn't have his lines memorized and blows them all the time. So, yes, there's a secret about my feelings on the train. There's a couple great guys on the train, a couple wonderful people. But there are people who are on the train that I don't think should be on the train and who take out a lot of the fun of it, and I'll leave it at that. So, but I still write if I have new visitors because I do think everybody needs to write it once. Dan Stuff, love the video on the olive press in Gethsemane. Yes, on my other channel. What was the most interesting trivia from that particular part of the trip? Oh, goodness. I don't want to go too much into that because I don't want to get real preachy, but the Israel trip was just absolutely incredible. Even just the history and everything in it. I will be getting more stuff on the other channel that will talk about some of those kinds of things, but just so much. In fact, the video going up tomorrow is actually part 2 of my Israel trip, and it's a little shorter than the other one. This one goes through the Dead Sea and Masada and a couple things like that, so there should be some fun on there. And then end of the week, by weekend or the first part of next week, I will have the rest of Israel on my regular channel, and hopefully I will get something up on the other one as well. So, let's see. Oh, Andy's got all sorts of rides he works there. Shivering Timbers, that's the one I want to go on some point. So, let me give you a spook. What? What's my dream foreign theme park? Well, I went to one of them in March. Probably the Disney Tokyo parks would be it right now, but there's like 4 in the United Kingdom I would dearly love to get to as well. All kind of, because it's one country, I would almost consider them kind of one trip, but someday, who knows. Maine Coon, thank you, Matt Brock. Yes, that's what she is. Favorite state? State of confusion. How's that, Dorothy? Tyler, you saw me at Silver Dollar City? I hope you said hi. If you didn't, you should have. I can put the glasses on because my eyes are already fuzzy with the questions. Favorite B&M? I actually mentioned it in a video coming up. I'm guessing it will be up Saturday, if not Saturday, the next Tuesday, on my favorite coasters. And I'm actually almost finished with it. You know, thinking about it, it will be up sometime within the next week or so. And I do mention my favorite B&M in there. It's actually Montu at Busch Gardens. Love Montu. Absolutely. Favorite coaster at Silver Dollar City? Outlaw Run. That was an easy question. Have I ridden Time Traveler? Of course, Dorothy, I've been on Time Traveler. Lots of times. Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm? No, I haven't been to Knott's Berry Farm in 15 years? Something like that. It's been a long time. Long time. Favorite Rocky Mountain coaster? I love all these favorites you guys are asking me. Especially since I'm actually in the mood where I can sort of pick one. Favorite Rocky Mountain coaster? I absolutely love Lightning Rod. I love Twisted Colossus. I think New Texas Giant just edges them just a little bit. But we'll see if that changes here in a couple weeks. There's a hint, by the way. Would I ever do this kind of stream on my Burning Bush channel? Probably not, just because it doesn't have as many viewers. In fact, believe it or not, when I was at the fair, I actually did a live stream, and I had my phone set on the wrong channel, and it was actually set to Burning Bush. And I thought it was set on this one. And so I chatted for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and there was nobody that replied or responded. And I kind of went, wow, this is just really weird. There's nobody here. And signed off, and then looked and went, oh, wrong channel. So I deleted it off there, but yeah, that's why I don't do them on there. Hoping I'll eventually get over to Disneyland, California. Eventually I will, Anna. We thought maybe this summer it might have happened, but then all the family came here instead of us going to California. Next summer looks like Florida again because of meetings, but I don't know what the beginning will be. A lot of it will really depend upon what's happening with my medical bills and stuff like that, and how much the tax return goes to medical costs versus other things. So we'll see. I'm way overdue to get back to Disneyland. I really am. Thoughts on SLCs? Depends upon the park and how well they take care of it. There's a reason they're called hanging bangs, AJ Fowler. Best things in Branson area for families. There's all sorts of them. Honestly, it really depends upon the family and what you guys like to do. Because there's so much. Some families love shows, others don't. Some love things like Fritz's Adventure and climbing around, others don't. Some love ziplining, others don't. There's the go-karts, there's the putt-putt golf. There's the water parks, indoor and outdoor. There is just so much in Branson that it's really hard to say what is the best. So, keep seeing all these messages retracted. Let's see. Different grades of oil, yes. Came out of the olive press. Very neat. My dog is down here scratching. Hello, Sealy. Come here. Okay. Won't give you a cat, but I'll give you a dog. How's that? Would I ever consider going back to Cedar Point? No, I had a bad experience there, but there's a lot of fun rides in history. It might be worth another try. I don't know, Olivia. Cedar Point just... well... Yeah... We'll leave it at that, and let's see what happens. Okay. And I just have to tell you, there's sarcasm in there. Chaser pins and pin trading. Chaser pins are not something I'm real familiar with. They are a restricted Disney pins. I don't know a whole lot about them, Katie, offhand. So, favorite Intamin Blitz. I'm not even sure what an Intamin Blitz coaster is offhand. That's a new term for me. Hang on just a second. I want to find out what that is. I'm like, it's one of those things I feel like I should know. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've actually been on any of the Intamin Blitz coasters. Let's see. Multi-launch. Maverick is one. And I'm trying to see what the others are here. Intamin Blitz. I haven't been to Cedar Point. I don't think I've been on any of the Intamin Blitz coasters, which is the Intamin launch one. So, Eric, like the Old Texas Giant better. I did ride the Old Texas Giant way back in the 90s, like 94 to 96, and I loved it at the time. So, yeah, it was a great coaster, but the new Texas Giant is just absolutely incredible. So, favorite park, whatever one I'm in at the time. Dorothy's got all sorts of favorites here. Master of Everything, yes, I do really like that as well. It's been a neat ride with this channel, watching how it has grown and done all sorts of things I never expected it to. I never expected to have 5,000 subscribers, let alone 20. It's funny, though, because with the 28,000 or so I'm at right now, there's actually a core group of about 3,000 to 4,000 that actually watch actively, and the others are just kind of out there without their notifications on. So yeah, it's kind of the best of both that way. Is Rick still working as Silver Dollar City? No, he is not. Last year was his last year, and there were a couple things there that happened that I'm not happy about, but I am not at freedom to talk about. But no, he's not there anymore. But it does remind me, I really need to give him a call. Let's see. Woof, woof. Bark, bark. If I had to design a theme park, it would be thrill or theme-oriented. Yes. Along with family-oriented. Something for everybody, stuff for people to do together. I love the Disney parks. Take the Disney parks and add in a couple more thrills, and you kind of have an idea of something what I would like. I like having the mix. I like a place that people who can't do a whole lot or don't want to do a whole lot can still find a lot to do, if that makes sense. But at the same time, for the thrill nuts like me, there's plenty. Has the weather been hot where I am? If you talk Celsius, we have been probably around the 34 to 37 degrees Celsius range, I believe, in the mid-90s. So yes, it has been hot and humid here, Julia. So, very much. Ooh, that's weird. Interesting, tech guy. Maybe it's because I've started at a weird time. I don't know. Corkscrew at Knott's Berry Farm was actually the very first looping roller coaster I ever went on. So, but it's not there anymore. It's actually in Columbia now. Let's see. You see, Matt, the problem with Sandy is I'm sitting here. Sandy is way off in the back bedroom with my daughter, and she's sleeping. And if I go bother her, I tend to get a claw in the hand. Plus, then you sit here and you look at an empty screen for like 5 minutes. Who wants to look at an empty screen? I mean, I'm bad enough, I know, but... Have I been to Lambert's Cafe? I was actually at Lambert's 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago. Yes, love Lambert's. Good food. Good food. Let's see. Favorite B&M Hyper? I've only been on a couple of them. Dorothy. Okay, let's see. I got a challenge for you, Dorothy. Can you ask a question without the word favorite in it? Ooh, I know. That's going to be tough. Sorry. Have I ever been to Kings Island? Yes. Again, back in 2002 was when I went to Kings Island. Back in 2001, 2002, I had a couple of huge coaster trips where I flew from California, met some people, and on the one, we went to Cedar Point, which got rained out, and then went to Dorney Park, Knoebels, Lakemont, and tried to sneak into Six Flags Worlds of Adventure at the time, which literally closed its doors on us. And then in 2002 in the spring, I took another trip out, and we went to Cedar Point again, and then swung down to Kings Island, Holiday World, Indiana Beach. Did get Six Flags Worlds of Adventure then, which is the old Geauga Lake Park. And there was something else in there that I'm missing. So those are the ones I went for way back then. Imagination Travels, there's always been rumors of a fourth park at Universal. A third park, actually, if you don't count the water park. Same way that there's been one about a fifth park at Disney for, decades. I'll believe it when it actually starts getting built. That's kind of my deal there. Julia, I liked way too many movies to be able to pick a favorite on that. Hi, One Up Girl. Let's see. Yeah, AJ Fowler, I kind of what I described with the park. Alton Towers is one of the reasons I want to get there. It's, from what I've heard, it has a great mix. Let's see. Oh, my name is Meep. Okay. Yes, now I know who you are, Michael Trango. So, been doing 3.5 years. Awesome job. Awesome. Yes, now that I see the name there, Michael, I now know who you are, or recognize the name at least. Haven't met you. At some point, we got to do that. But have I been to Kentucky Kingdom since it reopened? I have not. The closest I came was I was actually there 2 weeks before it opened. My son was shooting archery at the time for high school, and was part of the National Archery Tournament, which they held right there, right by Kentucky Kingdom. So we got to drive right around it and see everything new and not go inside. That was terrible. Nintendo World is coming to Universal Florida. It's actually replacing the old Woody Woodpecker area. And it's supposed to be next year, I think, when it opens up. Thank you so much, Tech Guy. I will keep doing it. Even if there was nobody here, I would still be doing it. So, just because it's fun. What do I think of the Dollywood expansion? I do think it's funny how Dollywood keeps getting all these expansions, and Silver Dollar City gets bits and pieces here and there. This one sounds like it's a mix of awesome and eh. It has several what I would call cookie cutter rides, Zamperlas and a Vekoma, and things that they're just kind of dropping in, but then they're trying to theme it a little bit. So we'll see. But I love Dollywood. I keep wanting to say Dolly World. I do love Dollywood. Great park. We loved our visit there last year. It's amazing how it just keeps growing and growing. So, Riggs, what do I consider the best park to go to for non-ride entertainment? It depends upon what is going on. Silver Dollar City during certain times of the year is fantastic. Has all sorts of shows. If you like bluegrass music, for example, if you go during bluegrass and barbecue, there's shows all over the place. Other times, like during the summer, there's just not as much. And if you go during the first 3 weeks the park's open, there's no shows at all. Disney always has shows. So if you're looking for entertainment and things like that, Disney is always great. So, hi, Peter Bread. Wooden or steel? I tend to prefer wood, or at least wood-like. I'm an airtime nut. I absolutely love airtime. If you don't know what airtime is the feeling that coasters give you that you're kind of floating up out of your seat, or in some cases, like Texas Giant, like you're going to be thrown out of your seat. I love airtime. So, William, have a good night. It's been good to chat with you. Excited for Wildwood Grove? Yes, I am, Dorothy. Nice. Dorothy's got lots of questions. Favorite Walt Disney World resort? Probably the one that we're going to stay at here in October, and that's the Animal Kingdom Lodge. It honestly, when we lived down in Florida, we kind of jokingly said that there were two places that we would really, really want to stay. One would be the Fort Wilderness. The other one was Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we're getting to stay there. So, yeah, very, very excited about that. What park would you recommend for someone who hasn't been to anything other than Disney? Depends upon where you live and what you're looking for, Harrison. If you're wanting to ride roller coasters, Cedar Point and Magic Mountain are your coaster parks. Although Six Flags Great Adventure up in New Jersey is also a great one. If you're wanting family kinds of rides, places like Dollywood and Silver Dollar City are fantastic. It really depends upon what you want. If you've got kids, Legoland in California or Florida are great parks. So there's all sorts of them. So let's see. What do I want, or have I been to? I've been to Hawaii once. It was way back in 1987. Disneyland had nothing there at the time, and we were in Hawaii for about 16 hours, I think. It was kind of a long layover on our way with a big trip to Asia that my dad took us on. So, yeah. Hey, Billy, you're not late. Don't worry. It was kind of a surprise. So, would I want to go? I can give you a simple answer to any question that says, would I want to go to blank? The answer is yes. There. Save all those questions. Prayer for a province. Tons of fires nearby, and the firefighters need prayers. Where are you at, One Up Girl? That sounds like Northern California right now, which is having all sorts of fire issues. So, go on Steel Vengeance. I gotta get to Cedar Point first. So, let's see. Launches or lift hills? It depends on the coaster. I love launches. I really do. But there are definitely some that I like. Seen any Cebus lately? Yes, actually I did. Just last week, as a matter of fact. If you don't know what Brandon's talking about, you have not watched my fair video. You need to watch it. Even if it looks at the beginning like it might be boring, you will have fun. Especially if you like dad jokes and puns and stuff. Aaron, Coke or Pepsi? Neither. Dr. Pepper. Only park you've ever been to is Cedar Point. You're missing some great parks, Brian. Cedar Point is a good park. Don't get me wrong. But there are some fantastic parks out there. There are parks that Cedar Point could learn from. So, but at the same time, there's a lot that Cedar Point does that other parks could learn from as well. Oh, Harrison, favorite piece of Disney trivia? I'll explain this again. Anytime the word favorite is used, you've pretty much lost an answer from me, because I don't ever have single favorites of anything for the most part. It changes depending upon where I am, the circumstances, my mood, what's happening, what's going on, what I remember at the time. So, favorite piece of trivia, there's only about 1 million pieces of trivia floating in here. So, it depends on what pops out. One park you want to go to, AJ Fowler? AJ, you've got some very good parks near you. Cedar Point is awesome, yes, but don't knock what's near you too. Let's see. Sudbury, Ontario. Okay, I know where you're at now. I actually have ancestors that were from Ontario. My grandfather was born in Ontario, so I didn't realize there were fires going on up there too. We would pray. Pray for rain. What is my favorite ride from each of the 4 Disney World parks? Ooh, that's a good question, Heavenly Hound. Animal Kingdom, it's easily Flight of Passage. That right now might be my favorite ride in all of Disney, right alongside Tower of Terror. Those two are fantastic. If you're at Animal Kingdom, the Safari is also a must. Absolutely worth doing the Safari. The Set Tower over Hollywood Studios. Epcot, I don't know. Soaring would have been it pretty easy before, but with the new version of Soaring and Test Track and Frozen, it'd be toss-up between Soaring and Frozen, honestly, at this point. Magic Kingdom, it might be Splash Mountain, but I love Big Thunder, I love Space. Magic Kingdom, there's just a lot. I love Pirates. There's a lot of rides I like in Magic Kingdom. So, what is an attraction from each of the main 4 you would suggest skipping, Heavenly Hounds? Again, it very much depends upon who is in your group and what people like to do. If I'm at Magic Kingdom, I typically skip the Indy Speedway. I don't care about driving cars. But if you've got a little kid, that's like heaven for them. So, at the same time, a lot of people would have told you to skip Stitch. My family loved Stitch. For me, it was okay, but my kids are still really upset that Stitch is no longer at Magic Kingdom. So it really depends upon who's in your group. So, I know, kind of a cop-out answer there, Heavenly, sorry, but how much stuff do I have from the 60th Diamond Anniversary? I've got a couple things, but I don't really have much of anything specifically on it, Lawrence. So, not a whole lot. Where would I place a new Disneyland? I don't have any idea. That's why I don't make those decisions. Aaron, is Disney World more packed during summer or spring break? And the honest truth is, Disney World right now, from what I have read from people, what I've seen online, it's pretty much busy year-round now. When I went in January, it should have been a quiet time, and it wasn't. From what I've heard, the crowds at summer and spring break have actually kind of evened out to other times of the year, and so it's pretty much almost like a steady. There's certain peak holidays that is busier, but it's probably not going to be any different than other things, other times of the year right now, so sorry. Epcot or Animal Kingdom? Depends upon what mood I'm in. If I want to ride, probably Animal Kingdom. If I want to see animals, Animal Kingdom. If I just want to kind of wander and stroll, it'll be Epcot. Both really toss-up. It's hard for me to pick parks right now. Now, after they get Star Wars opened up at Hollywood Studios, then that'll be the park to go to. Studios is actually my daughter's favorite park. Otherwise, I would probably pick Magic Kingdom. So, Small Joe's, are you asking Cedar Point or Six Flags Magic Mountain? Either one. Jeffrey, I didn't work on a roller coaster. Well, very briefly, so. Dorothy, I haven't been to Disneyland in 20 years, so no. Let's see. Yeah, Carl, I would love to see the picture of you and Maria with Rick. I absolutely would. If you send it to me, like I said, I've got to get a hold of Rick. I'll get it to him one way or the other. Have you ever gone Six Flags over Texas? Master Games, you need to check out my videos from last year. Yes! I've got a video just on Six Flags over Texas. So, what do I think the best water park in Florida is? That's a tough question. I have not been to the new Universal one. I loved both Disney parks as well as SeaWorld's. I'd put it as toss-up, honestly, with all three. I loved them all. Let's see. What defunct ride do I miss the most? Ooh, I'd have to think about that one. I'm Here TV. I answered that, sort of. I can't pick one between Epcot or Animal Kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, Stone Dude, that's a good way to classify light crowds. Big Thunder with a line under 30 minutes. There is a time that this line is under 30 minutes, and that is at some of the parties like Mickey's Not So Scary. But other than that, yeah, long lines all the time now. Does Disney World Haunted Mansion do anything different like Disneyland at Christmas? No. They do not have the Haunted Mansion holiday in Florida. In fact, the Florida parks really don't do any holiday versions of the rides, although I think they did the Jungle Cruise one last year. But because they get international visitors from all around the world constantly, they really don't close the rides down and do the specials, where Disneyland gets a lot more locals, which is why they do the holiday specials. So that's why. Heather Mooney, low crowds, under 40 degrees and raining in January. Remember, I was there on a day that it was 32. They had all the plants covered. It literally was freezing. There was black ice in Florida, and it was still crowded. And the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train had a 90-plus minute wait. So, and Haunted Mansion was like 45 minutes. Even Journey into Imagination at Epcot, which I've always walked onto, had a 30-minute wait in January. So, yeah, there's not short lines anymore. Let's see. New Stitch ride, I would love one if they do it well. Thoughts on the original Batman the ride? I love inverted coasters. So, great ride, right in the back so your feet can go numb. Cali, Florida. Gosh, live in a swamp or with ridiculous politicians? Okay, I'll leave that there. I don't want to go any further there. Imagination Travels. I just answered that about being to Volcano Bay. Listen, not trying to be mean, but I literally, like, 5 minutes ago, actually just answered that. Sorry. Let's see, and it's jumping along. Hey, you guys are chatting a lot, which I like. Do I watch the NFL? You bet. I'm a huge fantasy football fan. I've got one league that we've actually been doing for 17 years. Same guys all together. I am a huge 49ers fan. We might actually play some real football this year. Go Garoppolo! So, yes, love the 49ers. Watch some of my videos. I'm wearing my 49ers gear. So, what are my thoughts on SeaWorld? I love SeaWorld. I think the whole Blackfish thing was a crock of hooey. I wish SeaWorld had actually defended themselves instead of just rolled over, because the vast majority of accusations of Blackfish were false, not true, and SeaWorld really should have sued for libel. It was so ridiculously bad. I worked for Busch Gardens, which is a sister park to SeaWorld. I knew people who worked at SeaWorld, and just a bunch of false propaganda. It really was. I love SeaWorld. People do not give them anywhere near enough credit for the conservation stuff that they do, for the things that we have learned about the wild animals. Manatees, SeaWorld has helped bring manatees away from the danger of extinction. They do dolphin rescue, sea lion rescue, seal rescue. In fact, a lot of their killer whales and dolphins were originally rescues. So people really need to... Blackfish should be dumped. So... Anyways, not that I feel strongly about that at all. Aaron, yes, I do love Scrooge McDuck. Absolutely. Most anticipated coaster. Tell you what, Dorothy, I'll answer that one on Friday in the big announcement. How's that sound? So, and believe it or not, we have actually talked about that. You just didn't know it. What was my least favorite holiday or after-hours party to work at? And I worked at several of them. I worked at the Christmas party. I worked several times at Not So Scary. I worked at Pirates and Princess. I loved them all. They were just absolutely a blast. Absolutely a blast. So I can't really say there was a least favorite, because it's like trying to say, pick between your 3 favorite snacks and telling me which one's your least. Oh. Extreme Gamers, thank you so much for loving the channel. I appreciate it. My go-to snack at Disney. Okay, this is an easy one. Dole Whip. Absolutely favorite. Love Dole Whips. Silver Dollar City, there's several things I like. I love the chip nachos. I can't remember what they're called offhand, but they actually spiral cut the potatoes and deep fry them and then make it into a nacho with it. And I also like the hot dog and potato on a stick. Those are just great. So, have I heard of Dutch Wonderland? Absolutely. I would love to get there sometime. I drove past it on one of those trips and it was closed at the time we went by. So, hi, Pink Pearl Apple, welcome. What state do I live in? Confusion. Tyler, it's easy to find out. Go check my Facebook page or the FAQ on my SirWillow.com page. And Tammy, what is Blackfish? Blackfish was a documentary made about SeaWorld that was full of a bunch of junk. Dorothy, I haven't been to SeaWorld in 8 years, so no, haven't Ben Mako. Let's see. Thank you, Heavenly Hound. I'm sorry if I'm being a little snarky on some of these, but it's kind of like, guys, these are easy answers. But, okay, Carl, I'm about to ban you now. Cowboys? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me give you my views on the NFL. I am a born and raised diehard San Francisco 49ers fan. My second favorite team is whoever is playing the Oakland Raiders. My third favorite team is whoever is playing the Dallas Cowboys. I actually lived in Dallas for 2 years, and my wife, who doesn't care anything about football, after 2 years, hated the Cowboys. So, sorry, Carl. Oh. But it's all fun and games. That's the point. Disney Duck Collection. Where to get new pieces or pin trades? Pin trades find people in person. I know people who do it online, and they get stuck a lot of times. So be careful about that. But otherwise, a good place to start is actually flea markets and swap meets and stuff. In fact, I'm going to show you guys a couple things. Here in Southwest Missouri, we have a ton of flea markets, and I've been just having fun the last few days since I have no money, poking around in them and shopping, and finding stuff that I can actually afford with no money. So, like, I love this. How about an old Opryland mug? And if you notice the name on there, yeah, it's actually got my name. I'm like, it was meant for me. It was 50 cents. Can't get any better than a 50-cent mug with your name on it from a park that doesn't exist. Let's see. And then I'm pulling it out of bags. That's what you're hearing. And then this is really cool. I've never seen this. It's a SeaWorld mug. I've never seen one like that before. I got no idea when that was made, but I was like, that is really cool. And I got other stuff too, which I'll actually show on Friday. But yeah, fun stuff. Let's see. Pin question from Heavenly Hound. Should you choose to wear your 8 or so pins, would you suggest a vest to wear, a lanyard to wear, or a small bag purse? Put them in a small bag or purse. Much less likely to fall off. There are locking backs you can put on the pins to hold them on, but they're a pain in the neck to get on and off. And too often I have seen pins fall off of lanyards or other things. Put them in a bag, then they're not going to fall out. Much safer. When I go to Disney, I actually carry my pins in my camera bag, and I don't have to worry about losing them that way. In fact, when we go to Disney October, I've already got pins working on that we're going to have a grab bag. And so when we go to October, we will have trading pins, and we'll be carrying them in pockets and stuff. So, AJ Fowler, I don't have any clue what coaster I would add to a Disney park. YTMG Master, what's my favorite part about being a cast member at Disney? I love the guests. And I know that sounds crazy because I also complain about the guests because they would drive me nuts at times. But I just had a ton of fun working with people, especially kids. And not in a weird way or anything. I'm a big kid at heart, and so I love to play. And when I would get that kind of opportunity, especially when kids would come in and for them everything is real, and so it just made it so much fun. That probably was my favorite part of the job, whatever I was doing, whether it was at Busch Gardens with Rhino Rally or on the train at Silver Dollar City. I love playing with the guests and especially kids. I love teasing and goofing around, and so and I could probably go on with that. Unfortunately, I've actually tried to do a couple videos on that, and it just ended up really kind of boring because it was just kind of me rambling about the same kind of thing over and over. But I have a great time playing with them and with guests. So, Roblox, watch any other sports. NASCAR is the other big one. So football and NASCAR, which is nice because football ends right as NASCAR is starting, and then NASCAR is winding up as football starts. So it works out pretty well. I actually, when I first met my wife, I was into baseball some. And as part of a deal with my wife, because she really didn't like sports, like, okay, I will pick something to give up and not watch. And baseball was the losing one. And I don't think baseball is the same anymore anyways. It's all stats now. It's like, oh. So, did we get rain down in Crane tonight? Nope, it's just been hot and sunny. I think they're saying next week, maybe? Let's see. Let me see. When is our next chance of rain? I don't even know. Don't you like that? Quentin, hi! You made it to a stream! Yay! Especially one that wasn't playing. Oh, I guess there are a couple little showers out there. But no, it hasn't rained here at all. Isn't that terrible? We've got a 50% chance of rain tomorrow. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Welcome to me. So, let's see. And hey, it got quiet all of a sudden. Whoa, did I actually catch up on it? We got 73 of you here. Nobody's talking. Wake up, people! 73! Whoo! So, that or it's just not refreshing. Whoa, there it went. Oh, Tom, hey! That was weird. Okay, my chat had just like paused, and then all of a sudden it went boom, and like I got 40 messages all at once. Whoa, okay. So now I gotta catch up. So Tom, thank you so much for the donation. That was weird because it wasn't even there. So, I appreciate that. Yeah, 85 more days till your Disney trip, and mine in, let's see, mine's 63, I think. Something like that. I'm not trying to count. How do I feel about Halloween Horror Nights at Universal? Honestly, Quinn, I am not a huge Halloween person. I am not into the blood and guts and horror and stuff like that. I never have been. Never cared about it. So the Fright Fests and haunted houses, I'm like, eh. I think one of my kids has gone to one, but I've never been to any of them and haven't missed them a bit. I am really looking forward to going to Not So Scary, though, because it's a very different take. It's a kid-friendly version of it, and I love that. So it's playing as opposed to being scared. So, but I know I am not normal in that regard, so I don't begrudge anybody who does enjoy it. It's just not my kind of thing. So, Andy, I'd love to know why you want to work at a theme park. Is Millennium Force the best ride ever? No. No, Small Joes, it's not. Even when I rode it back in 2002, no. It's a great ride. It is a fantastic ride, but in my opinion, it never was the best ride ever. There were at least 6 or 7 rides at least at that time that I liked better than Millennium Force, and it's grown since then. So, do I like watching breakdown videos? Yes, sometimes. Actually, a lot of times, Sarah, yes, I do. I'm kind of weird. I've only been on one breakdown that actually got evac'd, and that was on Splash Mountain, which I loved, and I did take pictures walking through the thing until we got actually backstage off the ride, and then I had to put my camera away. But yes, I do watch them sometimes, the lights on videos, and when we saw the Pirates ride in France with the lights on, that was kind of cool, except we couldn't actually see any of the ride because we were at the restaurant and only saw the boats. But yes, I do like things like that. Have I ever been to Gaylord Opryland itself? No, I have not. So, sorry. Whew, I am like way behind now. This is okay. So if I miss your question, I'm sorry, because there's all sorts of stuff that I just missed. Favorite ride to work at on Disney property? I didn't work any rides at Disney Peak of Beast. I'm sorry, I was a photographer. Completely different divisions. Rides, the attractions and operations, and photography, which was considered administration and technical, did not mix at all. Completely separate things. If you went from photography over to rides, you didn't do photography anymore. It was a complete transfer. And I love my job at photography, so I didn't do any rides there. Sorry. Yeah, Hulk Shooter, there are a lot of people here. For a surprise thing on a Monday night, I certainly wouldn't have expected this. Heavenly Hounds, have I been to a performance at Sight and Sound? Yes. I have seen every performance there since Noah. So I've seen Noah, I've seen Joshua, I've seen Jonah, I've seen the Christmas one. I have not seen Samson yet. I did see Moses. Love him. Great plays. Incredible effects for a stage play. The acting sometimes is, but yes, great plays. Got a couple of you asking, have we picked costumes for Mickey's Not So Scary? Yes, we have. My wife has never, ever been trick-or-treating in her life, and she's going trick-or-treating. We actually sat down as a family, and we decided that we're going to kind of do Peter Pan things. She's going to be Wendy, I'm going to be Smee. And we've got a couple other people that are supposed to be there with us, and they're also going to be joining in. So it'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll tell you more about that stuff later. That'll be as we get closer to the trip. But so Hello, fellow Acer. Hi, Coaster Lisa. Hey, Lisa, I think I owe you congratulations, too, because I believe I just got a note that you won an election. So, congrats! I was very happy to see that. Have any cast members suffered from heat exhaustion? Yes. I actually watched a person in entertainment when I was working with characters one time, while they were out on stage, get heat exhaustion and sick, and it was not a good situation. So yes, it does absolutely happen. Disney tells you all the time to drink water. People who are on stage should have water bottles. And you're supposed to monitor it, but some people don't, and things happen, or they come in when they've got a cold and get it, and so it does happen occasionally. But again, most parks it is drink water, get shade when you can, try to take care of yourself and monitor it, and there's only so much they can do. If the person doesn't want to drink, there's kind of stuck. But yeah, I've been a part of a couple different times at Disney, and also once at Silver Dollar City when we had employees go down with heat exhaustion. And yes, not fun. Not fun for the people working, not fun for the guests that have to, have their day kind of interrupted at it. So yeah, if you're a guest or your employee, drink water, drink Powerade, drink Gatorade, drink lemonade, get fluids in you constantly. And make sure you eat as well, and especially if you can eat things like salads and other stuff like that. It will help you out a lot. And Facebook is stinging at me. So, 25 days till Disney. Yay! Let's see. Do me or my kids play Fortnite? I think my son has actually played it. I have not. I'm a little familiar with it, but Smee! I don't know, I can't do the Captain Hook thing. I originally thought I might do Captain Hook, but trying to find a coat for Captain Hook is ridiculously expensive. Because I can actually do his voice better. I can do a good pirate. Arr, we can talk pirate all we want! Except Smee doesn't talk in pirate. Smee is more like a bumbling idiot. But I love pirate. Considering a Europe trip, I was just in Europe, Dorothy, in March. I was in France. You missed it. Will I be at Silver Dollar City this week? No, I will not. I'm sorry, Jonah. Today is free. Thursday is actually back to school at our school, as well as my Fast Pass day, so I will be busy with those. My sister actually arrives from California on Thursday to visit with my stepfather who's got cancer. So Friday and Saturday, and possibly even Sunday afternoon, we will be visiting with them. Because if I'm not there, my sister will get really mad, and my sister, when she's mad, is not nice. I don't know where she'd get it from. But no, we will be spending time with family this weekend. So, different Lisa. Okay, sorry. Okay, see, Lisa, I knew that you were part of, on the history and preservation of something. Miss Lisa. Got him mixed up. Well, congratulations anyways. You joined the live stream. That's good. Thoughts on Shepherd of the Hills? I love Shepherd of the Hills. Great play. Absolutely. If you are in the area and it's not an overwhelmingly hot night and you can go, go. I would also encourage you to read the book Shepherd of the Hills, because it really kind of gives you a very nice kind of history of the Branson area. And you'll understand some of the things and why people do some of the things they do around here a little bit better. So, let's see. Saving Mr. Banks. I couldn't tell you. Don't remember. Worst thing I've seen at a park, Eric. Lots of them. And I've documented several in the videos. There are a few that I actually will not talk about in videos or online, simply because some of them may cross into grounds and areas that I'm not really supposed to talk about. Hi. What's Mom want? Uh-oh. My wife's calling my daughter. Hold on. Pause the live. What? Gotta take care of my wife. Hey, hun, just remember there's internet watching you. What's up? Okay, I will. So, they're starting to say hi to you. So, hi, Lady Willow. Okay. Okay, bye. All right. Let's see. Can I name my favorite Disney World hotels? Heavenly, I did not stay at Disney World hotels. I have stayed at exactly one of them, and that is the Coronado Springs, and we were there for a big youth convention. But because I live 10 minutes away from Disney, I could choose to stay in a hotel bed or sleep in my own bed at night. And I chose to sleep in my bed rather than pay $200 to sleep in a bed that wasn't mine. So I have not stayed at them. I can't tell you anything on costs, except they can go anywhere from $100 a night up to $450 a night. So unfortunately, I am not a good source on Disney hotel information. There are some great bloggers out there that can tell you. I'm trying to remember. It's DSNY News. Hang on. I'm going to actually pop up somebody here, and I'm going to tell you. Disney Dan is a good one. Inside the Magic does some great things there. And I'm just going blank on these other guys. There's a group of 3 or 4 guys that actually, they'll sit around a table and talk. And I keep wanting to call them DSNY News, and they're not DSNY News. But they will do hotel reviews and stuff. And they are wonderful for that. Well, maybe it is DSNY. Let's see. I can't remember the name offhand. I think it is DSNY News. Okay, hopefully I don't have the...
We've got some all new, interesting hints at what...
I can't remember, I'm sorry. But check some of the other channels there too. And I just saw a pop-up. Billy, thank you so much. We are actually going to Walt Disney World October 9th is when we fly down. So we'll be there the 10th through the 13th. And this is a completely crazy trip that we're going on because we're not paying for it. You might have missed the announcement. I actually have a viewer down there, one of my patrons, who has a group that he's taking for a special occasion, and he said, hey, would you like to come join us? Well, duh. And then he just went hog wild. We are staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, a Savannah View room. We're going to the Not So Scary on the 11th. Tickets, dining plan. I am just in awe of what this guy has put together for us. So we are so excited. So we'll be there the 10th through 13th. And yeah, just absolutely blown away by this trip. It's been a crazy, crazy year for stuff. I was telling a lady in town at the library today. We were talking, and just all the stuff that has come together and the trips and people stepping up, and I'm just kind of sitting there going, I can't believe I'm getting to do all this stuff. And, you know, in a year when we really didn't have extra money because of the medical stuff, and I'm doing more this year than I think I've ever done. And it's crazy, but in such a fantastically wonderful way. So, yeah, really neat. So, thank you, Quentin, for praying for my father. And it just went whoof. Yep. It might be Diz Unplugged. Thank you, guys. Yeah, some of you are jumping in there. I am pretty sure that is who it is. Let me just... I should be able to tell pretty quick. It looks like them. So, this is one of the things that happens when you get older. Is you start looking at stuff and you're going, who? No, it's not Diz Unplugged either. They're good as well. I recognize them now that I'm looking, but nope, I don't remember them. Do I have any experience with members of the Disney Exchange Program? Special K, the Disney Exchange Program, if it's the one I'm thinking of, actually brings employees to work at the Epcot Center for the most part, but also in other places. When you are working at Disney, all you see is other cast members. And you don't know if they're college program, exchange program, regular cast members, part-time, seasonal, or whatnot. So, did I work with them? Yes. Did I know that they were that? No, probably not. We would learn sometimes who was college program because there were certain times of the year when they would all leave, and we would find out that our coworkers were leaving, and so then we would figure out they were college program. But we didn't know who was college program and who was exchange. Unless they told us. But a lot of the workers at Epcot and the different country pavilions at World Showcase are exchange program. So, Brick Freak, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's always fun when people think an old guy's cool. So, Lauren, you missed my discussion about costumes for the party. Yes, Smee! I will be Smee, my wife will be Wendy, and we'll have some other people in there too. Cedar Point announcement. National Coaster, I have not made any announcements on this. This was kind of a surprise, spontaneous thing. The big announcements will come on Friday. So So you haven't really missed anything that way. I've just been doing a bunch of question answers because I was bored and had nothing to do. And hey, let's just talk to people. So it's just been kind of a fun yakety yak session. So best coaster manufacturer, probably whichever coaster I'm on at the time. So there's a lot of good ones. If I really had to pick one, it would be Rocky Mountain Coasters. RMC just does some incredible stuff. And many of my favorite coasters are RMCs. So your cat keeps batting at my face. Okay, come on, cat. Put him up. See if they can catch that. Okay. Now, see, if it was my cat, then what I would do... my cat cannot resist pens. So I would just move the pen, and the cat would go crazy. But if I did it like that, that would make it even better. So there you go, Rebecca. How's your cat doing now? My camera's going crazy with this. Like, what do I do? Favorite pizza topping? Pepperoni and black olive. Hi, Yolanda. Offhand Disney. That might be it. Let's see here. I'm still trying to... let's see. You know... Nope, not Offhand Disney. I'll remember it later. I'll stick it in the comments later. I can't believe I'm forgetting this. So... oh, you're welcome, Danny. I'm happy I'm helping. Yeah, it's been helping me because I was just sitting here bored to death. So, did I go to college? Yes, I went to a small college out in California. It was in the Santa Cruz Mountains called Bethany University of the Assemblies of God. It is no longer there. It actually closed 4 years ago for good, which I was very disappointed with. But loved my college. That's where I met my wife. So... does Silver Dollar City work with all colleges for the summer program? There's actually two different programs they work with. They work with a program called Young Life and another one called Navigators. They don't necessarily work with colleges, but with these programs, they are Christian discipleship programs, and they come in and they do kind of like a summer camp while they're working. So neat programs, but not a college thing. Let's see. Ooh, Alex is debating on their trip to LA, going to the beach for one day or Disneyland. Have you been to Disneyland before? Is my first thing. Have you been to the beach before? Is it only an either or? You can't do both? Because you don't have to spend all day at the beach. But if you've never been to the beach, you gotta go, especially when you're that close. From LA, you're looking 45 minutes to an hour tops, depending upon which beach you go to. And then spend an hour or two, go jump in the water. Disneyland, of course, is an all-day thing. Actually, Disneyland is like a 3-day thing if you really want to do it right. So... it depends upon if you do it. Disney image makers use the same theme song. There's a lot of people who use the same theme song. My theme song is actually a public domain thing that's on the YouTube library. And it was just one of those deals. I was searching when I first started, hey, what kind of music sounds good? But actually, Disney image makers actually contacted me about the fact they were using the music at the end of their videos. They said, we're not trying to steal it. I'm like, you're not stealing. It's not mine. It's open for everybody. But yes, I always think it's fun when other people use the same song. So, favorite Disney princess involving movie. Ooh. Again, you're asking one of those favorite things. My wife loves Beauty and the Beast. That's probably her favorite. Here's horrible. I have not seen Princess and the Frog. I don't know, it's bad. I'm not that interested in it either. It's like, to me. But Aladdin was fun. I don't know that I can necessarily pick one. Wondering if I need some help hiding a jacket. No, Geek, I have not seen this thing on the Reddit, so I guess I have to take a look. Tony DNOI, love you, George. I'm a married man, Tony. Thank you, though. I'm sorry. My dining table is right next to me, and the cat just tried to jump up on the table and completely missed and hit halfway and fell off. And then took off running. I didn't even know they were there until they hit the table. Oh my goodness. Okay. I know, not what you were expecting. Not what I was expecting, that's for sure. What is this on the Reddit? No, I haven't. Geek Moto, I have not seen this thing on the Reddit. I'm not sure which thing it's on. What's this big announcement? Nope, I don't know. Geekmoto, if you can actually give me a regular link and send me the regular link to this comment, I'd love to see it. I'm not sure what it's referring to. I'm sorry. Let's see. Eric, you mean kind of like that? That's actually name tag that Larry sent me, who was in the college program last year. So that's what their tags look like now. So, and Hulk Shooter, I don't do Twitch. I'm sorry. I'm no fun. So, yeah, I still gotta find that other thing. Let's see here. Here's another question. Have I been to the Billy Graham Library? No, I have not. I've driven through North Carolina a couple times, but haven't done so much. Coaster Lisa, Toy Story Land looks awesome. Yes, I agree. I can't wait to see what it's like. I booked my Fast Passes Thursday, so I'm hoping to get the Slinky Dog Fast Pass at that point, and that way I won't have to wait the 30 minutes. I've heard that it's not worth a really long wait, but I've heard it's also a lot of fun. So it should be good to see. There's a lot of underappreciated cast member roles. The one I can think of, custodial some, although people still see them, the kitchen help, and the people who clean the tables and do all that kind of stuff, they don't get a lot of notice. So, yes, I would say they're all very underappreciated. That's just top of my head. Andy the Fox Bunny, going to Cedar Point on Halloween. Just make sure it's not raining. Otherwise, they'll close everything, kick you out, not give you a refund, and you don't want that. So, am I more of a cat person or dog person? Depends on the day, but probably a little bit more of a cat person. I love cats. So, it's on my subreddit. Okay, Geekmoto, I'm looking at my subreddit, and I'm not sure which one it is. I don't see anything about needing something. I don't know. Geekmoto, tell me what the title on the thing is, because I honestly, I don't... I see the Ozark Empire Fair, I see the big announcement thing, and then video. Yeah, I know, it's kind of spammy on my subreddit. If you guys jump onto my subreddit, participate there if you're on Reddit at all. If you're on Facebook, I've got a group now, not just my fan page, but a group. Go join the group. It's great for chat and stuff like that, and a lot of the questions that you ask, it's a great place for that. It's also a great place for everybody to kind of share what's going on. So your Disney pictures and your other theme park pictures and stuff like that. I know I should have totally thrown this ad way at the beginning of the video. But, yeah, if you're having fun with this kind of live stream and they're participating together, go jump onto those and post on them. Please, post away. Do all sorts of stuff. So, favorite Jungle Cruise joke, all of them. I love Jungle Cruise. So, hi Mother of Dragons, how are you? How to work at Disney, Heartful Simmer. I actually have I've got 2 videos. One's called The Creation of a Cast Member, and the other one's called How I Got My Job at Disney. Those will tell you how I got my jobs and the training I did. Now keep in mind that was 14 years ago, so they do a lot of it online now, but it will still give you a lot of good advice. Do I have a video on photo taking tips at parks? I do have a couple. I have one that talks about my favorite places to shoot at Epcot and pictures there, but there's actually a channel that somebody mentioned earlier who uses my uses the same song, and I'm gonna totally forget. Disney Image Makers. Look up Disney Image Makers. I actually have them subscribed on my channel, so if you look at my subscribe channels, you'll see them there. They are great for stuff like that, for to take pictures. They can help. So check them out, Rebecca. What would be my dream dog, Beth Etchison? I don't know. I got a dream dog, but I do have a dream job. Actually, PhotoPass would probably be it. I loved PhotoPass. So, and let's see. Our one friend here is getting timed. So, from about 5 months ago. Okay, Geekmoto, you're going to really make me look back here. Alright, so I will have to dig through and I'll kind of check it out. I'm going to glance through. Do I collect any Disney toys? Pika Beast, have you looked at the back of my shelf? Let's see. You can see the Star Wars ornaments there, and other figures, and yes, I've got all sorts of stuff. Let's see. I have Grumpy, and I've got a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs set. Actually, this is terrible. We saw this at Dollar General like a month and a half ago and bought it. I was like, I gotta have that. And then I realized they're all planter hooks, and I don't have anything to actually mount them on. But it is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But I've got to have pots or a ledge or something to be able to help them sit on, and I don't have anything to do it. I was going to put them on the edge of the shelf, and I realized it wasn't going to work. So, there you go. Thank you, Lisa, for loving the Israel vids. Number 2 will be up tomorrow, so look for that as far as on this channel, and I will be getting others up on the other as well. Let's see. Anything I couldn't stand about working for Disney. The thing I loved the most. I loved the guests, and I hated them sometimes. But, yeah, just watch. The best answer I can give you as far as anything I couldn't stand, Catherine, is if you watch my videos and kind of glance through the history of them, you'll see the ones on silly guests. You'll see the ones on things I didn't like about Disney and bad cast members and stuff. Those will kind of talk about some of the things I didn't like. Again, there's a couple things I won't talk about just because of revealing secrets, and I'm not sure it's appropriate, which if you ever work Disney, you may be able to guess at some of those. But for the most part, 99% of the job I loved. So, you know, if I didn't like something, whoopee, so what? There was far more I loved. So, if I could choose any classic or current Disney characters that have more merchandise, who would you choose? Oh, that's a tough one. Like I said, I love Grumpy, but that's because I kind of jokingly say that I am. I love Figment, which he's not really a classic Disney character, but he's kind of hiding right there for those who can't see him. I'd have to think about that. Tell you what, with that question, Mother Dragons, post it up on the Facebook group page. That way I have some time to think about it and come up with a better answer, because otherwise I'm just going to kind of go, I don't know. Rank the mountains in Walt Disney World. Well, there's the small mountain, and then there's the medium, and then there's the medium to big, and then there's the large, and then there's the fast. I know. Sorry, Small Joes. Favorite one is the one I'm on at the time. Playsets or action figures? I don't. Pig and Beast, I really don't. It's more collectibles at this point and things to kind of put on display. I don't really necessarily have anything like that, so. Bish with 2 B's. Hi, you're new. Hey, welcome. Happy to have you. Let's see. As a cast member, was I made aware of how many children were kidnapped from the park? Nope. It is so exceedingly rare, and there's a lot of online stories that try to make it sound like it happens all the time. It's bunk. Keep in mind, at any given point, Disney World, between the people at the hotels and the people at the parks, is a city of anywhere from 200,000 to 400,000 people. Okay, think about that. A city of 200 to 400,000 people. What happens in a city that size? Stuff happens occasionally. It does rarely happen, but it's not because it's at Disney, it's because it happens. And Disney is, honestly, it is one of the safest places in the world. It really is. Its crime rate is exceedingly low. You compare it to any other city that size, and it's a ridiculously small amount. Violent crime is almost non-existent, and things like that. So don't believe the horror stories and myths you read online about, oh, this happens all the time. No, it doesn't. Especially when you compare it to cities of that size. It's a minuscule number. So there you go. But no, we did not get news bulletins about when a crime did happen or whatever because there was no reason for us to. I'm busy taking pictures. Why do I need to know about that? Unless that there was a possibility that it was something I could help in the middle of Magic Kingdom, which was probably not going to happen. There's no reason for us to know it, so they didn't tell us. So, do I play Disney Magic Kingdom? No, I don't, Laura. Just not enough time. I am so busy. That's why this is really kind of weird, so. Do I know if Knott's is busy during midweek? It's been almost 20 years since Knott's, so I have no idea, Coaster Lisa. I know back 20 years ago, no, it wouldn't have been. You could go on Tuesday or Wednesday and write everything. I have no idea if that's true anymore or not. I'm sorry. Have I seen Christopher Robin? Not yet. We might see it tomorrow. I don't know that we've nailed plans down for that yet. We'll see. So, Stone Square aluminum tubing. Yeah, something like that. I've looked at getting a wooden dowel rod, Miss Sage Sweetheart, to put him up there, but just haven't done it. Favorite Company D location? The one I'm shopping at. I love the one at Studios in particular because it was easy. You go in, have your lunch, and Company D was right there. It was the most convenient location of all of them. The Epcot one was pretty convenient as well. But, yes, Rebecca, I will definitely be praying for them. Okay? So praying for May. Got it. Favorite method of Disney transportation? So here, Mother of Dragon Slayers is kind of weird because most of the time we didn't do Disney transportation unless we were deliberately resort hopping. Because we would drive to the park and then we'd park there because we lived there. And I didn't have to pay for parking. So this next trip in October is going to be my first time really having to rely on Disney transportation. We're riding the bus from the airport to the hotel and then the buses around the resort. I like the monorail, but it desperately needs to be replaced. Desperately. We loved riding boats. We love to just go out and ride the boats around and do nothing but ride boats. So if I had to pick just something to just ride, it would easily be the boats around. But so hit the like button. Who would pay $100 to go to Disney to commit a crime? Oh no, blackjack. $100. Try $1,000 or so. But you know, people are dumb. So have I been to Sesame Place? No, but my nieces have. So if I had a time machine, what would I do with it? Go check out history. I'm a history nut. Think Doctor Who, and there you go. You got me. So, have I had meals in Club 33? I have never been to Club 33. It's only in Disneyland. I haven't been to Disneyland in, like I said, 17 years, something like that. And I don't have that kind of money. So, there's no way I've been there. I have had a couple people tell me if I ever get to Disneyland again, they'll get me in. We'll see if that happens. I would love to go. Like I said, my sister's been there. She sent me a pin, which is, let's see. There we go. There is an official Club 33 pin that my sister sent me because she works for a highfalutin law firm as their head legal secretary, and my sister makes money. But I haven't been there. Am I going to do a meetup in October? I think so, Catherine. My problem with the October trip is we arrive really, really late on Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then like 2 hours on Saturday morning. And Thursday is not so scary. Wednesday we're definitely going to Animal Kingdom, and I'm trying to cram in 2 other parks in the rest of that time and a meetup. And I'm kind of going, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I may end up actually scheduling the meetup in the park, but I'm not sure. So we'll see how that works out. I booked my fast passes on Thursday, so I will know better at that point. So. Have I ever thought about doing a podcast? No. I have a hard enough time finding time to keep all this stuff up, let alone trying to do more. So, no, I've had a couple people ask, and honestly, if I had somebody who wanted to take my videos and turn them into podcasts and find a way to actually make money off of it, I'd say, sure, let me know how to do it, and that would be great, but I don't want to do a separate podcast. I just don't have time. So, I have never seen a Cusco character around Disney World. Disneyland Paris did actually have him come out last year for a couple times for special events. So I do know there is a costume, but I have never actually seen him in real life. Oh, that's cool, Mike. Yes. Actually, I finally used up my Disney microfiber glass cleaner. Where am I staying during my October Disney trip? Animal Kingdom Lodge. And it's not on my ticket because there's no way I could afford it. And we are going on October 11th to Not So Scary, dressing up as Peter Pan characters. So, yes, and I'm just blown away. Just nuts. Bye, Andy. Good to talk to you. Tammy Peterson, I have no idea what I would want Disney to take over. Oh, yeah. Miss Sadie, it's because I constantly poke at my shelves. Okay, this is going to sound really creepy, but all my fan mail I keep, my other stuff that I have here, I actually sit there sometimes and just kind of look at it and go, wow, that was so cool people sent that. They sent it to me. I don't know why they sent it to me. I don't deserve it, but I love it. And so I poke at my stuff, and that's part of the reason I remember where it is as opposed to other things. So, Heavenly Hounds, Tell you what, Heavenly Hounds, actually, instead of sending me trying to comment here, send me a thing on Facebook and kind of give me a rundown on your itinerary, or do it on Reddit, either one. In the SirWillow subreddit or on the SirWillow group page, and if you're not part of it, join it. And can you give me a list of your itinerary and plans, and then I can tell you some better ideas of where to eat. Because otherwise you're asking me to pick like 70 places to eat off the top of my head. So, have I been to Disney or Universal Hollywood? 20 years ago, Alex, at least. Actually, no, that's been even longer. That's probably 25, almost 30. So, Alex Cougar, what would be my dream job at Disney? I did it. PhotoPass. Frontier City, I haven't been there in a long time. Neat place. Oh, Charles Shakespeare Bronte, I know who you are. Yay, Rajif. View of the animals. They're down at my feet somewhere, I think. Nope, they've left. They're off with my daughter again. So, thoughts on Disney buying Fox. I actually posted some of them on the Reddit. So if you want to know my thoughts on Disney buying Fox, go check out the subreddit. They're there. I know, don't you love that cop-out Hulk shooter? But, goodness, I've been going for almost an hour and a half. My wife is waiting for me to call. So, I'll tell you what, as much as I would love to keep chatting, some coasters you haven't ridden, I really want to. Lots of them. Formula Rossa is a good one. And Church Outreach Program. Let's see. Gailey, we would love to do something like that, especially since my wife and I both speak Spanish. But Toontown and other characters. Ooh, yes, Mother of Dragons and Sirens. Send them my way. I know, I'm trying to sign off and I keep talking. I really probably should sign out, though, because my wife is waiting for me to call her back, and she's got to work early in the morning, and some other things like that. So, this has been fun. I really appreciate everybody signing in. I still can't believe I got this many people here. Do I have a Figment Funko? Yes, it's right there. And in fact, I actually have one over at my office, too. Somehow I ended up with 2. I actually ended up with 3, and I gave one away a while back, so that was really cool. But if you have other questions, join the Facebook group and post them there, or go onto the group, onto the SirWillow Reddit, and post them there. The more stuff we have there, the more interactive and the more fun it is. So definitely look for those. I think there is a link in the description to the Facebook group. If there is not, let's see. Yes, it is there. So look for the Facebook fan group. Follow the link there, and it'll take you right to it and join, and I'll get you approved. And great place for questions like that. So keep asking those questions. It's been fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining and making my boring night so much fun. Ooh, if I make any movie into a ride, what movie? Oh, Alex, that's a tough one. And thank you for the donation. Gosh, what would I make into? They're making Star Wars into a rides, and that's kind of what I would probably do. I would love to see Disney's take on an Avengers movie. Universal has done their Spider-Man. I'd love to kind of see what Disney could do with Avengers. Who knows? We might get to see it in California here in a few years. So, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you again to everybody who's joined in, supported, and asked questions. And this has been fun. Who would have thought that 75-plus people would get together on a Monday night? So, thank you again, Alex. Thank you to all my new viewers and my late viewers. And yes, Elvira, I'm sorry you're late. We're closing up. It's been an hour and a half. So, but you can go back and watch everything again. Thank you again so much, everybody. Y'all are awesome, and I am blessed. Thanks so much.